Any question? Okay. In the absence of none, let's now go to delivering our first bicep code. To create a bicep code, how do you start? Firstly, last week I talked about categorization of things in Azure. I said you have your tenant, you have your management group. Please, if you don't still understand this thing, go to our previous videos and watch it. Yeah, I talked about it. I won't dwell much on it. We have our tenant, management group, subscription, resource group, and then the resource. Please, this is important. Understand the workflow, how it works. Number one, you have your tenant. Number two, you have your management group. You have your subscription. You have your resource group, and you have your resources. Good. Please understand that concept. Now, I'm writing my bicep code in here. To write my bicep code, one thing I did firstly was I created a folder mainly for bicep. I will be uploading this repository, this thing IaC training. I'm going to upload it on my GitHub today, and I'll send you the link. Send you guys the link, please. I pray I don't forget. I'm going to upload it and send you guys. It's going to be a public repo, so you guys can see it and be able to experiment it also. And best thing I would advise you to do is that firstly, fork the repo into your own repository. Please fork that repo into your own repository. After that, you can now start going around it, playing around it, seeing how it works, and so on and so forth. So you don't tamper with the main repository in there. Thank you. Next thing again, after I create my bicep folder, I did it to be able to differentiate bicep and ARM template. When we get to our Terraform class also, I'll create on that folder for Terraform. So just to understand. I create a bicep folder. It's just for bicep, as I said initially. I have under that, I have my training. I just created this folder. Not necessarily you need to create this folder, but I just created it to be able to categorize things, you understand? So under it, the first thing you see here is main.bicep. Main.bicep. Under main.bicep, the first thing you see under line, anything you see that has 2/ in front of it is a comment. You understand? In bicep, / in front of anything means a comment, but in Terraform is ##. But I think it's even a single hash is comment. But in bicep we use //. So I'm commenting this. So this is where the code starts working. The first thing I have to do in my bicep code, you have to create what is called a target scope. A target scope. In a ARM template last time, I told you guys something. I said that resource group are only created under what? Subscription. The target scope for creating resource group is only under subscription. You can't create resource group under resource group. You only create resource group under subscription. You create your resources under your resource group, not under subscription. Please remember. I'm appealing. Good. So the first thing the Terraform code is going to look at, it will look at blah 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 blah. You have okay. I'm creating a resource group under a subscription. So everything I'm doing here is to create a resource group, kind of. Please, do you understand? Next thing again, you will look at again is that your param. I talked about param last time. So param means my param subscription ID. Param, you have subscription ID, the param environment name, location, and customer name. So please look at this. Where's my param.json? Yeah, so I want to put it side by side. So you can look at. Can you guys see it? So you have param subscription ID. You see subscription ID, I put the value. Yeah. Can you see it? It's just like a variable. Next thing, environment name, dev, blah, 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 blah. So that's it. The next thing again you look at is location. Location, the value for location is what? It's US. So anytime I put location, it knows that that location is US. The customer name, I actually did it for my own sake. Customer name is Devil's Bootcamp. This capex is a type of param I created, you understand? But that param, I said that it should be, the meaning for it should be customer name, namespace, name separator. Okay, let me just move this name separator. Yeah. So I don't have any variable in there. Okay, name separator and the value. So the value for name separator is just 1,000. So name separator, let me just move this one. Yeah, also, okay. The capex means customer identifier, kind of for me. That's the customer name, the name separator, and the what do I call it? Environment name. So after that, you now have name separator and east. Yes, I can. So what this is going to now give me. So I just want to tell you what value capex will give me. Capex will give me what is customer name. Customer name is DevOps Bootcamp. Name separator is hyphen, and environment name dev hyphen. That's the name separator again, and also East US. So that is what my capex is going to give me. You understand? So I just showed you guys how all these codes combine together to form a particular meaning. So this is just for example. Let me take it out. The next thing is resource group name. Resource group name, what do I want my resource group name to be? I want it to be capex name separator RG. So meaning that my resource group name is going to look like this. This hyphen resource group. Do you understand? So this is what the resource group name is going to be from this meaning. That's just to show you guys how it works. The next thing we want to talk about is tag. I talked about tags in our previous videos and the importance of tags. So here we have the tags that we have. But please note, in this param here, I'm using what is called an object, not a string. You can see the difference. Here I'm using an object for param. So the next thing again we talk about is module. Module talks about, okay, under subscription file, where the target scope is subscription, what and what can I create? The only thing I can create majorly under this is this thing, is your resource group. Now I'm passing the parameter for it. Module resource group. Where is that my resource group deployment file? Is under modules resource group.bicep. How do I get there? Go to your modules resource group.bicep. This is it. This is a file for modules resource group.bicep. Let me take this ones out. I'm not using it. Let me take that. Okay. So modules resource group bicep. This is the bicep code for modules, for resource group. It's going to create this resource group. This resource group will be under the subscription. The target scope for resource group is what? The subscription. Please note. Now, this is the code to create resource group. The bicep code to create resource group. Resource is resource group. The Microsoft resource type is Microsoft blah, 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 blah. I showed you guys here. Let me show you again for people that forgot. Your resource provider, resource group, Microsoft.resource group. Why is it not here? Okay, Microsoft.resources. So you can see it under here. That is where you create. That's the resource provider for resource group. So you can see it there. So this is for creating of resource group majorly. Now, any question on this before I move to the other ones?